So before I get started with this tutorial, I have to let you know that there are some mature words that I'm going to be using. Bahamian words can be really heavy. So if you're a kid, teenager, please log off of this video right now. I'm going to wait. And I'm waiting. Log off! Log off! You're not going to tell your parents you saw this on my channel. Log off. Okay, so let's get it started. Hey YouTube, and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time clicking on, thanks. My name is Rogan, but you can call me Ro. And I am a Bahamian gal living in Nassau, and I could not wait to share with you some of the exciting phrases, the fun things that we say. It's just so colorful. That's just the way Bahamians are. So with that being said, let's get started. Okay, so the first word you're going to learn today is mudda sick. Not your mother sick, mudda sick, although that's what it means, okay? So mudda sick is almost like how you would say mother. You know the word, but it's not profanity. So if you stub your toe, you go, ah, damn, mother sick. Or if you watch a car about to hit, you go, scratch. You'd be like, oh, mother sick. You see what happened? You know what I mean? Like that. So it's really a colorful word, and it's just a perfect word, and I love it so much that I even got it on my necklace. So mudda sick, my favorite Bahamian word of all time. So I don't have any more of those beautiful colorful signs that you just saw, but I do have my handy dandy book. Yes, I do. And it has a list of all the Bahamian words that you're going to want to know. Trust me, it's exciting. So the next word is like a take of mudda sick. It's called muddos, and it's just a shortened version. So we'd say, yeah, you see how you get chopped in his head? Muddos dread. Okay, that's the worst example. Somebody got chopped in their head. Speaking of which, chop means you get cut in your head with a cutlass or a machete, okay? So peasy head. Next word. Y'all call it kitchen in the States. Beady beads in the States. We call it peasy head because it looks like peas are rolling up behind your head or in the front of your head. So if you hear a guy say, but you see that gal, she look good. Yeah, mom, but I had a little peasy, you see? They ain't want no peasy head gal. Peasy head. Remember that word. CYC. This is one of the nastiest things you could say. Oh my God. It really means carry ya CUNNIE. Or as Bahamians would say, kia ya CUNNIE. CYC. And it's just a way of saying carry your ass. But it's way worse than that. And if you ever see a Bahamian type on Twitter or Facebook or any other social media platform, CYC, just CYC and just don't say anything. Just go. Next word, bread. Ah, the bread of life. Except in the Bahamas, bread is vagina. So if you hear somebody say, ooh, she got a fat bread, you know what she's talking about or he's talking about, okay? And speaking of bread, the next word, crabby. Crabby, if you watch SpongeBob SquarePants and you hear Krabby Patty, that is the funniest thing to Bahamians because they are just nasty like that. Crabby is just another word for vagina. So if you hear someone say, you got a fat crabby, you know what that is. Boy. B-E-Y. No, it's not short for Beyonce. It is boy. And it can be used to describe a dog, a man, a woman, a child. It doesn't matter. You're like, boy, you see that boy downtown? Yeah, that boy look good, eh? You see that boy? Yeah, boy. If somebody touches you, like, hey, boy, watch yourself. So it's just an expression. Literally, it means like boy, but it means so many different things in the Bahamas. So, spirit. Ooh. When you hear island folks talking about spirit, what they really mean is spirit, ghosts. And so if you're awake at 2 o'clock in the morning, you go up to the bathroom and then you see a little shadowy figure, that might be a spirit. Run for your life. Okay, so mash up or bus up. So if you get drunk at the club and you're stumbling home at 2 o'clock in the morning, you'd be like, but it was so mash up. But that was mash up. Okay, so bus up, the same thing, but he was bus right up dread. Oh, speaking of which, dread, it's just guy, you know what I mean? Like it could be a way to refer to a guy, or it could be a way of just saying an expression. Yeah, dread, that was really cool. Yeah, dread, I'm going out tomorrow. Okay, so mash up, bust up, dread. Head bad. Okay, I think it's self-explanatory. If your head bad, you don't have no sense. You're crazy. You see somebody on the street and they're doing karate, you be like, oh, just leave him alone. His head bad. Conky Joe. In the Bahamas, we have a way of referring to white Bahamians. And we call them Conky Joes. If you're super light and you have some curly hair, you're considered a Conky Joe. Big man, boss man. Please know that with big man, you don't have to be big, and with boss man, you don't have to be a boss. You could be an employee, okay? But that's just our affectionate way of describing people when we're talking to, hey, big man, what you say? What you say, big man? Oh, boss man. But the person's working for you, you still call him boss man. It's just a term of endearment. It's really affectionate. So big man, boss man. Secure. We don't have to know someone's name as a security guard. We just automatically call them Secu. That's what we do. And it's another term of endearment. So we'd be like, hey, Secu, I could park here for a second? Yeah, all right. And if for some reason it's like the security wants to hear you call them Secu, it's all of a sudden it's like a kindred spirit type thing. Yeah, park there. You can park there. You can park there. So if you ever want to get in good with a security guard, just say, hey, Secu, I can park here for a couple minutes. That's how Bahamians roll. Doggy. It is not an affectionate term for a little dog. It is the way we refer to a man's genitalia. Doggy. You either have a big doggy or you have a little doggy, but you have a doggy. Don't ever tell a man he has a small doggy. Bubbing. Okay, Bubbie. It is a woman's breasts. And if it's extremely voluptuous, it's really a big Bubbie. She has some big bubbies for it. Okay, so there are a few words in the Bahamian lexicon that get people upset as much as these 3 words. Das ya ma. And if you really want to get them upset, say das ya fat ma. So I guess it's the same as saying your mama in the States. So just be careful with that because Bahamians are very sensitive. Even if their mother is not a good mother, you do not talk about their mother. You do not say das ya ma, and you certainly don't say das ya fat ma. You get yourself punched. Bahamians have a problem with saying certain words, O-I-L being one of them. So if O-I-L is oil, we say Earl. If it's F-O-I-L, we say furl instead of foil. And if it's B-O-I-L, we don't say boil, we say burl. So if you're ever in the Bahamas and you hear someone say, I want some burl fish, that's what they want, boiled fish. If you ever go to the gas station, you're going to hear 2 things. 1, authorize, which means authorize, which means we have pump attendants and they make sure to put the gas inside of your car. So if you pull up, you can say, hey, authorize pump 6, put 10 on 6. But authorize just means to begin the process, okay? And another one is if you go up a little too far from the pump attendant will tell you, hey, reverse back. It doesn't matter that reverse means to go back. They're going to say it anyway. Or you might even hear back, reverse back. And don't forget, these turn to W's in the Bahamas too, so they don't say reverse, reverse back. Another one you're going to hear is back trunk. Yeah, it's in the trunk and it's in the back, but we still have to say back trunk. Now, we do not clean off a plate when we're done eating. We rake out the food. Now, most times you think about raking as raking out leaves outside, but no, a Bahamian will say, hey, rake out this food for me. Or, alternatively, if they want you to get some food for them, they'll say, take up some food for me. So take up the food or rake out the food. Yinna. This might be my second favorite word in the Bahamian lexicon. Yinna just means y'all, okay? We yinna going out. Gurn. I was supposed to tell you that one. Gurn. G-U-R-N means going. But yinna is just y'all. Yinna got any money? Yinna going out? Yinna. Mango skin. I saw somebody online who was like, what the hell is a mango skin? Okay, so in the Bahamas, if you are light-skinned, you're considered mango skin. Now, someone might consider me mango skin. I don't think I'm that light to qualify. Some girls are really, really yellow. And not the red mango skin. We're talking about that yellow, beautiful hue mango skin. So you'll hear some Bahamian guys say, she got a nice little mango skin gal. I like that. Last thing you might hear, especially if you are a numbers player, is what fall. This might not even be just a Bahamian thing. It happens all over the world. But what fall? People want to know what numbers fell last night in Chicago, California, Miami, because they're playing their numbers and they need to know if they won. So I hope you enjoyed this small tutorial. I have thousands of Bahamian words I can share with you guys, but these are some of my favorite ones. And some of them are profane, so just be careful when you're talking, especially if you're talking to Bahamian. So with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Hey, don't forget, your fat mom.